What it do? What it do? What it do? Yo, coming back in for this part 3. Part 3. 3 is a good number. Yeah. Wrapping it up. This is wrapping up this full moon energy. Or when it's at, I guess, somewhere where it's magnitude. Coming off of its magnitude, but it still has its magnitude. It was just last night, so it's just realistically. Yeah. Gonna roll me up a doobie. It's gonna be a quick one just to get in and out. Finish it off. My other part 2 might be premiering right now. When I'm on this, what time is it on the clock? 6:46, February 25th, 2024, Gregorian calendar. It's a Sunday. This is part 3 of the here and after. Here's where we go. This is just honestly, this is just a freestyle. Just going off of that, that's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. Hey. That energy. Weird. But it lined up. And that energy is strong enough to, calls for a part 3. It's a freestyle. Here and after part 3. I showed some stuff today. I believe on part 1, and I showed and shared some stuff on part 1 and 2 of this earlier today. This one I just wanna it's change. It's change. People have to realize things are constant change. You really gotta, people gotta start realizing this. You can go downhill, or what you would call, some people call backwards, or you can go forward, uphill, or you can incline or decline, so I would just, it's time for it. If you're still breathing and shit like that, if you're still breathing through all these things, you just gotta try to change yourself. Try to change. Like, sometimes you might have to, I get some people maybe in certain situations where they can't isolate themselves. But you gotta start, sometimes, excuse me, I got ash on it. Sometimes you gotta keep yourself out of a certain conversation. Like a certain conversation sometimes, like when people are at work and stuff like that, and this and that, sometimes people can be on that, on the spirituality and this and that, but they get so quick to be consumed in some extra stuff that's just gossip. And it's not about like just so much the gossip or who you're gossiping about. It's just like you let your energy touch that. And energy naturally, like, oh, I rub off on you, you rub off on me type stuff. So it's like, you gotta start knowing that this is how some of these things manifest once you leave your actual house or your crib or your room and stuff like that. When you go out into the world, yeah, like I say, like when you're in your room and stuff like that, okay, people can throw stuff and this and that and this and that. But when you go out in the world, that's why I say, you hear me when I say how this stuff manifests, and manifests in people that may not like you. You don't have to worry about strangers and stuff as long as you're moving with the grain and stuff like that. Like, don't be so quick to be mugging somebody, you know what I'm saying? And just to start pulling that unnecessary shit towards yourself. Loosen your face up. You know what I'm saying? I keep trying to do it. constantly. Dang, I'm waiting for me to get a lady to dang massage my shit. You know what I'm saying? Massage my shit. I got the perfect oil for you. Here you go. Hey, you got love for me? Yo, massage my shit out. You know what I'm saying? And it's good for the third eye. You know? But yeah, like, know this stuff is about, you got to give a little bit of effort towards this stuff because the way it manifests is in your daily life. And so you can wonder and dream off and all of this stuff into certain arenas and stuff in your mind that can pull certain things to you. But then know that at the end of the day, you're going to wake up and then until certain things happen, you're going to still have to go through the same motions every day. Because you can't, like I say, you're planning. You're not actually purposely, we're all planning. Certain people aren't there yet. So when you go to work every day and every day, every day, how else do you think the transformation of the work is going to manifest? In your regular job, how are you talking to people at your regular job? Although you're a spiritual being, how are you talking to people at your regular job? Are you talking to people that's gonna, and you know, it's not just about like, oh, you know, this motherfucker fake or whatever, I'm gonna cut up on this person. I'm talking about taking a realization into work to where you just, really you slick high off of slick spirituality. And most of us, let's not, you know what I'm saying? Let's not lie, you know what I'm saying? Niggas feel good when they go to work. Niggas feel good. Real nice. Real mellow. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So just go with the grain more of, as whereas you don't try to involve your energy in unnecessary energies. You get what I'm saying? You try your best to try to keep yourself, keep it more in tight. Keep it closer to yourself. Because when you don't do that, you can kind of miss it. You're doing all this spiritual work to manifest this and manifest that, and then it's all about going with the grain. And it's like, hold on a second, how long were you praying for, and how long were you doing this? Not to say that on this context, but to say when it manifests, where else is it gonna manifest? You got dreams and stuff that's far off that you're trying to pull. It's not manifesting in that. It's manifesting in what's going on tomorrow. At the job. Like the person that's been on your coattail and shit like that. Are you going to spaz on them that day? Don't spaz on them that day. That's the whole point. You don't spaz on them. You don't do that. You got to have some self-control, or what some people try to call emotional fucking intelligence. Which is really like a... It's come on now, because it's a dumb down from the actual divine senses and stuff that we got as aspects of divine intuition. Come on now, like that stuff. It's it's stuff that I've learned and that I've put together to make it really stick in a way of our minds are so under such severe mind control. Not only mind control, but then constant, even now, all of us, there's a psychological warfare. What is playing in the background? What is playing in the background? All of this stuff has made me realize that the what we are, it's almost to where you have to, as long as you're on a journey of deprogramming, you can really, matter of fact, it's not really deprogramming, it's reprogramming, which also corresponds or aligns with the fucking concept of what I be on, with transmutation. The energy, you can only transmute it. That's why I said all of this back and forth, back to sender bullshit. And when I say it's bullshit, because that's when what it turns into is bullshit. The truth of it has always been there, but it's been hidden. It's been hidden. It's been in the realm of the unknown. It's been in the realm of the unknown, but now the light has been shined on it, because the only thing that can happen is, hold on, back and forth, and then the more hate and the more pain and trauma that comes off for the little bit when the motherfucker sends some shit back or back and back, you feel that shit. You feel that shit. It's just you're guarded and you're protected. So then now motherfucker wants to send some shit back again. Back and again. And it's just a vortex and a just back and forth flow of just like, it's witchcraft. It's sad. It starts to get sad, fucking sad. That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers calling to the, yeah, now we're in there. Yes, let's get it. Fucking this back to sender bullshit. People want to try to, yeah, this and that with me and all of this shit or whatever like that. Do what the fuck it is. You're not me, but I'm telling you what the fuck to do. I'm telling you what the, like, why the fuck are you still sending back to fucking sender? Why aren't you transmuting what the fuck is sent at you? You want to be the fucking magician? You want the fucking secret? What are you doing? It's, yeah, you see why the veil is hidden? It's because you haven't done the road opener work. You haven't done the road opener work because it's too much shit and it's too much stink that is on your heart. It's too much. I'm not just telling you, I'm pointing it out to you. You have to go into there. It's beyond looking in the mirror. Because the mirror is still, you just look at yourself. Without the fucking mirrors, what else you got to look at? Except beside from the motherfucker next to you, you got, nigga, there is no else place to look but within. People better stop playing with this. Niggas want to really know it's about transmutation? Niggas want to know about transmutation? Like, you need to go road opener work. The last few videos and beyond that, I'm going to say it every time and I'm going to connect it to what it needs to be connected to, whatever energies or deities or any type of fucking anything within this fucking world or dimension or plane of fucking energy that we're sitting in. Because after a while, like I said, you have to get the work done. You have to stop being scared to research some shit. I told you my journey, why you feel this energy off me, nigga. I took a journey on research based on spell breaking. To break fucking spells. To get negative curses off. But when you're in that realm, you find out how like, damn, goddamn. And then I've seen like so much of this back and forth, like, oh, this and that, but I didn't go into it for that. So, and then honestly, really, I already knew my directionals and certain stuff. A lot of this stuff, when I started going into it, I found out about a lot. But really, I went to, like I already had herbs and blends of certain things that I do with teas. But then I went to where a lot of these stuffs is, okay, that's what I'm saying. Herbs and stuff, people really have no idea. But the difference is some people don't know the alchemical change that herbs go through when they're dried or when they actually have a little bit of moisture in them, when you actually are picking them like fine, like right off of the root and putting them in some tea. But then that same thing, you can have it dry and sifted. It might give you, you know what I'm saying? These are different little things. But then also now when you take that and grind it up, the dried one, and put that in some food, and now it cooks with the heat and changes, or the one that's regular that you just pick fresh, when you put that in the food, and then now turn the heat up. These are all different alchemical changes that herbs can go through. All of these are things of that nature. And so when I went on my journey and looking on my just little old me, just following down the yellow brick road, as one might say, and I'm just finding that a lot of the herbs that I already had, but then there's other herbs. Some of these shit are master herbs that are just such neutral herbs that can be done like to think this direction, that direction, this direction, that direction. Of course, boom, 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 in that direction. Every fucking direction and one herb. But then it's not just that one herb, it's just multiple herbs. And so that's what I went on there to boost my road opener rituals. The road opener rituals, or what some would call, these are baptisms. These are road opener. Road opener, the crossroads. The crossroads. The deities and the energies that all correspond to come to one that are in the crossroads. These are energies. These are energies. And so that's like I said, that's why I said any like but when you what I man, like I said, these things are I've started to memorize so many of these petitions, of so many of these transmutation petitions, that it's like, it's just, you have to start, and some have got it, and some have got it for my for my ones in the woods, um for my ones in the woods. Like I said, I had said it a few episodes back with the unknown and known. Like I said, you got to bring your artillery. You got to bring your artillery, the same artillery that you already got, the same artillery that you already got, because the same artillery that you got, the darkness or the bad stuff, or what you would call the bad stuff that you're trying to keep away. When you say, when I say thank you for to the all, thank you for continuing to guide, bless, and protect me on all dimensions known and unknown, as well as all planes of existence known and unknown. When I say that, what it is it's known. Like, do you understand how much of ether and the shit that's everywhere, the omnipotent aspect of everything? Do you know how much stuff that you're now expanding to and touching and giving gratitude to, and touching? Thank you for continuing to guide and bless me and protect me on all dimensions known and unknown, as well as all planes of existence known and unknown. And this is when I say it's very important to start to understand that people want to talk their shit and talk and think that we're magical beings and stuff like that, or we speak like that. Yes, speak like this. Say some of this shit that I'm telling you to say. Yeah, say some shit like that, and now it starts to, hold on a second. How much do you like? If you believe, really, it'll do some shit if you just kind of like, okay, yeah, cool. Like, yeah, that sounds good. It sounds positive, bro. It'll do some shit like that for that. But watch when you start actually like believing it and start to knowing it, and then now it starts to become in your actual movements, in your actual movements. Because now when you start moving around, it's just like, bro, you don't know what is coming at you or what is doing this or what is doing that. But you're not just saying protecting you. You're saying blessing you, because you don't know what blessings that are out there that are coming to you. They're unknown to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't know the roads and stuff, or the paths that you might take. You don't know the paths that you might take that are good for you or not good for you, but you're telling you thank you for the guidance. Come on now. Come on now. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's why I say it's some that know that have been jumping onto it. I told them to do it on their own time, like off camera and certain shit or whatever, and then see actually what comes to it, comes of it, because when you bring the artillery there, that already keeps away the shit that's in the unknown, that it might be bad. But there's shit in the unknown that's not bad, because it's unknown to you at the certain moment. This is what I'm saying. People got to stop putting spells on themselves. You got to start breaking those spells. You got to start breaking those spells. And then I almost put, like I said, I'm not going to say that, but if you realize that you have to just, I can't remember the movie that actually resonated with me. One time, I remember though, it was with my baby moms and stuff. We never got to watching that a lot because it was a whole bunch of other movies that they were on. It was just different movies that especially my first one. Other one is just swinging in the swing, but my first one, we had just these core movies or whatever that she used to fuck with. Excuse me if you got babies in the room. And it was this one, it was about like, I guess like memories, or it was like a dream state, but it was like these lands, like out in darkness, out of course, out in darkness, and it's this one over here, this one over here, and I think it's either two of them or three of them. But it's like these, as a person goes through their lifetime, when you have like all of the like when mom or dad picked you up when you fell and you scraped your knee and stuff like that and kissed you, that registers as like a love note. And then that love note or that frequency pushes out to this land, and it's obviously a movie that's going on in living, but then it goes into the mind, but then it like builds this world. So all of the positive stuff that you go through in life, everything good that we would call good, makes its own world. It like makes a world, and it's like, what was, no, it wasn't three of them. Yeah, it wasn't three. It was just this one, I believe so. And it one, anybody, like I said, this is on my live on my Instagram. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't really look. Like I'm saying, I'm not sure. But you know, I always put it on my YouTube. So I just try to stay in the zone. So this world that is built off of just positive like experiences, but then through the movie, like when bad stuff happens in the life, like this like I guess the world falls apart that's inside of the mind. But then at the end of it, it just always goes back to like what's like, it's the same concept of just an uplifting type of mindset. What's the next seed that's going to be planted to now grow the next world? If somebody shattered your world, it's okay. Plant a seed of hope, which leads me into this other thing. I can't remember what show. I think it was a show, and the show was dealing with it was one of these sci-fi shows, but I can't remember what it was called, but it was a dude, and I don't know if he was a wizard or something like that, and then he was up against like some being of wings. You can call it Lucifer or whatever, but they were going back and forth, but it was an I am thing. And then for some of you, you might know what this is. Like she says, like, I'm the destroyer or whatever. And then this motherfucker starts getting sick in certain shit. And then he says, I am this. And then now he starts getting back right. And then she does this. And then they go back and forth, like the devil or whatever says, like, I'm like an asteroid, fucking megatomaton, something. And then the show shows this shit, and it's frying this nigga. Like, they're just psychic warfare going back and forth. But eventually, like, when she does that at him, he says, like, he's life and all of that stuff. And then now he grows back his skin and starts to whatever. And then this motherfucker with the like, yo, the writing for this was genius. I don't know who the fuck it was, but the writing for this shit on this shit, this was genius. And the one with the wings says, she says to this nigga, she says she's antimatter. She says she's void of all life. Yo, she says I'm void. She says she's void of all. And they're just doing I ams. They're doing I ams back and forth. I said, what? I said, nigga, this shit is mad. This shit was crazy. So she says this shit, and this nigga melts like almost down to like a crisp. Like he's done. And the camera goes into this nigga's shit, and I guess this nigga whispers the word. He says it. He says, I am hope. Oh my God. And that shit just he grows back and all of this shit. And I'm just like, I can't remember what show that was, but it was like, yo, this shit, bruh, this shit, I'm gonna look it up on this other phone, because fuck that. That shit just made me tap in. That shit made me tap the fuck in. I got to give it. Hold on, let's see what it says. Hold on, I'm gonna type it in. Hold on. I think it's the Sandman. Yeah. A Hope in Hell fight scene. A Hope in Hell fight scene. These niggas lit. These niggas is lit. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna go into. I gotta turn it down. I just know the scene. I don't want to get tagged for nothing crazy on here. I don't gotta. Like I said, you never. I don't play the music in my background and shit. It's just a wait. It's just I don't do that. I try not to. What is this a shit? Yeah. Yes. It says a Hope in Hell fight scene. The Sandman. What is on the Warner Brothers TV channel on fucking YouTube? Gotcha. Just go there with get some fucking empowerment. Go there and get some motherfucking empowerment. Empower your shit. Don't let nobody fuck you up for certain shit. Some of this anime though is a waste. Some of it is very diluted in certain shit. But take advantage of this of certain CGIs and stuff that they're doing or whatever like that. That's what I'm saying. You gotta empower yourself with this shit. Like use the certain things that they flip on you to flip it back on them. Like I said, I know this is not like I know there's like airbenders and like fire. Like I know there's that people out here like breatharians and all that, but I'm not one. I'm not one. I'll tell you one time, some shit was so funny one time, and this is when I was within consciousness. And people have heard me say this shit like in multiple videos about like love and certain shit and food and pots and certain stuff like about not to disrespect your grandmother, no matter how fucking like conscious you think you are and think that you don't need to be eating those greens that might have a turkey neck in them, even with your vegan ass, because you need to, because all you're gonna do is shit it out anyway. You're gonna shit it out anyway, and then you got to get back onto Dick Gregory stuff. Like it's like some of these things, like when you want to eat something that's gonna make you smile and stuff like that, there's a placebo aspect to that. There's a placebo aspect to that. So it's not getting at nobody with the health stuff or eating is not good. All of that's true, but don't, you know what I'm saying, get certain things mistaken for others. Don't get certain things mistaken for others. So yeah, but what I would say, like no, like with this thing that like empowering you and you have to flip the polarities. Like I told you, it's this. You go into the movies, and I said it on a few videos back. You go into the movies, and then it's basically like you give yourself away to the movie, and then you know it's not like real, but your mind actually doesn't know it's not real if you're not trained or you know what's actually going on. And so basically certain subliminal suggestions or certain things can be put in movies that can basically make society twist and turn to how specifically a certain movie may have wanted you to react. And then based on certain ones or certain organizations that have either investments or what would you would say not only investments but access, and then some have the actual lock and key over a certain things, you know what I mean, stage, you know what I'm saying, outlets of influence. You know, some call it mediation, you know, if that's the word. Let me check that definition. Mediation, if that's the right word. Let me not be a jackass. Because it took me I had to pull that word. And I don't even use big words like that. Mediation definition. Intervention in a dispute in order to resolve it. Arbitration. The parties have sought mediation and it has failed. Mediation. Yeah, you get what you say. What is the three types? No, let me say mediation, settlement, conference, facilitative, and transform. Yeah, 3-step, man. Let's get it. If it's a freestyle, we're gonna go there. Is this something I gotta download? All right, let's see what it say. 3 styles of mediation. Mediation is a process that can be conducted in 3 ways that vary in formality, goals, and mediators, techniques, and outcomes. Listed from more formal to less formal, the style of mediations are settlement, conference, facilitative, and transformative. The settlement conference is the most formal style. and is conducted primarily by attorney mediators. Goal of the settlement, facilitate mediation. Hold on. I got something for that ass. You want to try to do that to me? Hold on, I got you. This is talking about the fucking media. Of course. Hold on. See, attention to spiritual mediation. Attention to spirituality in the mediation process opens parties and the mediator to a journey in which parties find their authentic selves, are able to have conversations they were not able to have on their own, and which then opens them up to possibilities for resolution. That's on one of these articles. nsuworks.nova.edu. That's just one. What is a spiritual mediator? Spiritual mediators are mediators to God. They help lead us toward divine realizations and also toward divine service or creativity. They might be found in this living world, or they might be found in the inner spiritual world. And that one was off www.lovewisdom.net. Yeah. Veered off there for a second. But yeah. Freestyling. I'm just freestyling on this part 3. It would be right if I could remember what I was talking about, because I remember that, but then that media that I tried to write off of that media, just nigga, you just should have said the motherfucking media. Sometimes I get caught up in like not to say trigger words, because it's a way that you just have to have you have to have control of how you're speaking. You have to have control of how you're speaking. This realizations of how not to say trigger words is one thing that I have control over, but I didn't even go at the art of speaking for that. The art of speaking was based on the concept of my knowledge base on how speaking and how you're spelling, and that everybody is saying words like you're talking to your plants, right? You affect your plants, right? Right? Everything, and then if everybody understands the torus field aspect of stuff, everything is a torus field concept of a plant, roots to the crown. That's why we all have root chakras and crown chakras. You kids and all of that, what is you yelling at them? You need to stop it. You need to stop it. You need to stop that. Or lighten up a bit. Lighten up a bit, because this is real shit, and we are our own problem. We are our own problem. We have to start, you gotta start being just more honest with the accountability that all of us are. You gotta take accountability in this shit. Like, you gotta, like I said, when it's the collective aspect of it. If it's not the collective, what the fuck is it? Once you get your gold and your chariot and all that, what the fuck is it? What the fuck is it? And then businesses and then commerce and all of this shit. Like, bro, people have to, like, I give you something, you give me something. I give you something, unless somebody's finna fucking like, bro, let's start being realistic. I think that's what is missing in a lot of this stuff. Some people aren't being fucking realistic. Like I said, like, bro, it's a wave of stuff. Like, I'm so glad the musicianship, like I said, if you caught a wave and learned you how to play an instrument in this last 10 years of this, just, I guess, musicianship run and this psych op that they sent at people, cool, hope you did. But at the same time, as if you didn't make it there, are you going back to work? Are you working on something? And it's not about everybody has to be an entrepreneur, because at the end of the day, who you're working for is probably a fucking entrepreneur. Yeah, that warehouse or whatever you're working in, yeah, the nigga that started that shit is a fucking entrepreneur. You need to take notes and stop hating on him. Yeah, stop hating on your boss. Stop hating on your boss. Take some fucking notes. Learn some shit. Learn some fucking shit. And then now, like I said, this is a transmutation type of thing. You got to stop this, bro. Society has to keep on spinning and shit like that. I don't want every female that is gorgeous to go be a fucking model and get fucking just stabbed with a fucking shot of just egomaniac. Like, what the fuck? I don't want that shit. Football, like, I'm glad it's getting safer. Like football americano. I'm glad it's getting safer. But that's the gladiators and the barbarians. It's not going nowhere. People talk that shit like they want to talk that shit, but as long as it gets fucking safer, I have no fucking problem with it. I came from the Coliseums and shit like that coming up. I've been in the trenches like that. I know the damage, the head damage. I used to run for it. I used to try to truck motherfuckers, and I've trucked many motherfuckers when I was a young boy. When I was a young boy running that rock around, you know what I'm saying? And just like I'm glad it's getting safer and stuff like that. And just we got to keep this shit spinning because it's not going anywhere. Not until some of the things that I think it's just like, bro, some people just, it's such fear mongering bullshit going around that it's just so much or whatever. Like it, to me, an ending and all of that stuff, what people want to say and all of this, yeah, like floods and all this shit. But even when it's a flood, it's a reset. But it's not an ending of this actual place. It's only just a fucking flood. It's physically. Ding dong, 7:22 on the clock, February 25th, 2024. Gregorian calendar, Sunday, right now. Like, really, let's talk about it. If we're gonna talk about it, like, bro, them floods and all of this bullshit, even all fucking Kanos, and I don't know nobody will want to say that's still in the fucking physical. When this shit is over, you think, bro, anything that could be of that magnitude, ain't nobody gonna fucking feel. If it's a fucking flash and niggas is gone, niggas is fucking gone. It's over when it's really over. So niggas are not gonna get me with this, with some of this stuff is not, no, it's not that, because before it could be that, bro, so much other shit has to go down. Like real stuff. Real stuff. And then at the end of the day, certain things haven't went down or whatever because certain people in certain organizations or whatever, they benefit more from mind control. The subtlety to pull your fucking energy. Haven't you seen the fucking Matrix? It's not to fucking wipe you out. You're gone. But then you come back, but then they need you. They need you to figure shit out. So why not keep a motherfucker alive and then put incubuses and shit onto them to suck them out? Just fucking drain the fucking energy. Just drain the fucking energy. People try to play chess and checkers and all of this bullshit. Like, bro, this shit is Monopoly to certain people on the physical. For real. Because when you control the board, you control the emotional aspect. Like people think they have this, but then, one step wrong, you're 5 steps back. Oh, you get put in jail, this and that. Oh, this can be bought. This can be just taken from you. Certain things just be taken. Like, or certain things you got to keep them here, but then if you make it here, then that fucker can be bought. Somebody can come and snatch it right fucking from you. Can snatch it fucking from you, and then okay, and it's just sharks. It's just sharks. That's what this is. It's sharks. This is sharks. Because when you bring that shit on land, that admiralty shit, like, yeah, it's sharks. It's water. These is the water. Like, it's sad. It's sad, and it's fucking sad. Like, but it's gonna get cleaned up though. This type of dysfunction, you can't push this, you can't press this towards nature, but for so motherfucking long. You can't push this type of shit at nature for so fucking long. Because some people forget that nature is not just the trees and certain shit. Like when people talk about the divine masculine aspect and the divine feminine aspect, but then that's just a word that I'm not gonna say. You gotta go check with Phil on that. But I'll say the fucking word. But it's I fucking even remember that shit. But it's a concept of what, like, you can't see it. it's just what's floating around, and that's how I know it's a concept of the omnipotent, because it's within the seven hermetic principles, which is one of them is the law of gender. And so the male and female aspect has went out of balance. And so the male and female aspect is not only within us, but it's in all animals and it's in all aspects of nature. So when it gets out of balance from the masters who master the actual elements, we can actually do this. We've been cut off from an aspect of that power to so much as, bending and stuff, but we're still made of all of these elements and stuff, the emotions and how all of this flows. So when that shit is hijacked, the divine union shit is hijacked and it's thrown out of whack, and it's been going on for so many years. Now you have everything else in nature outside, like we're just one aspect of it, but then everything else that is in its sync now is going to start to attack us. It's going to, that's what it's doing. Nature is attacking an aspect of itself that is out of balance. And it is out of whack. It's out of whack. That's why this shit is happening. Because they pushed the envelope so fucking far that now, like I said, we're part of nature. We're part of these seven hermetic principles. Like everything else. Male and female aspect, the divine union. So everything else, like I said again, everything else outside of us, who are the ones who's supposed to be tending to this shit, have fallen out of balance with the divine union. And now that has happened, the trees, the air, everything, it's now going to turn on us. Because it is part of those seven hermetic laws, which hold the law of gender. It'll happen slowly, because it was poisoned slowly. So it's going to correct itself slowly. You haven't seen this shit, bro. People have no idea. People have no fucking idea. Like I said, it's just you have to know how to explain this shit. If you start knowing how to explain this shit and see it, it's like, hold on. So how can we not? So if niggas want to talk their spiritual shit, so when a nigga gets to the gritty, and saying, oh, we're one with nature, but now a nigga now digs in and says, yeah, this is how we're connected to nature. These seven hermetic principles, people want to talk their shit with the emerald tablets. This is what the fuck it's talking about. Yeah. Total disregard for so many laws, so many spiritual laws. And then now niggas is mad. Oh, this and all of that. Nah. If you're alive now, you're supposed to fucking be alive, because you're part of yes, we're cleaning it up. Every day, once at a time, 1 hour at a time, every hour at a time. And like I said, if you gotta rest, you gotta eat, and you gotta rest, and you gotta eat, and you gotta get up, and you gotta go to fucking work. Go to fucking work and come back from work, and then don't have no distractions. Get it. What are you trying to do that is of a positive concept? Where are we trying to get to? Where are niggas trying to get to? Like I said, like I said, that's how I see for this cycle. This cycle is don't doubt yourself. Don't be on no fuck shit and bad stuff or whatever, because the justice stuff is out here. It's not talking about the you know what I'm saying? All of the alphabet boys and stuff. I'm talking about my type shit. Like real karma and what people are saying, because people are trying to fuck with these gateways and these doorways and these full moons that's opening, when they don't know that we've shifted now. The shifted's now really, really officially here. And so now motherfuckers, like I say, motherfuckers gonna get ate up in that tornadoes and windstorms that they start for themselves. Like I said, don't be out here trying to throw no hexes or curses at nobody and shit like that. You can do magic if you're like, you can really do any fucking thing that you want, because we're all magical beings. But if you know of these arts, and you're just, and like I said, it really, to me, I already caught the realization. It's really comes back to road opener work. It's road opener work, because that's what weighed me out. Because
When I seen what I could do with what I have, I didn't do any rituals or anything on basically like success so much. I didn't do anything on success. I just did it for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And so as I got more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about a certain thing that I was dealing with, I told you road opener work is more of respect. Like when you do the pure road opener work and you get the bullshit and the actual personal trauma off of you, bro, it makes you go harder if you're doing a job that you love already. So it makes you less likely to be affected by like a negative psych op that tries to get like 1/3 of humanity jumping onto one little thing that they goddamn polluted or whatever like that shit. That's why I say with the music stuff and all of this stuff. Like it's you got to do the road opener work, because when you do the road opener work, you maximize what you're doing. So if you're doing what you love, like I say, that's an appreciation to this societal shit, because we all need each other. We all fucking need each other, bro. We like nobody wants nobody, black or white, whatever the fuck you call it. Nobody wants no fucking grocery store shutting down. Who's telling you that? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I don't give a fuck. Who just don't poison my fucking food. At the end of the day, don't poison my food. I just want people that's in that business to start standing up to goddamn motherfuckers who's trying to take over your fields and your cows and shit and whatever, and then start getting more a little bit humane in the way you're putting these animals down before you're sending them my way. If I'm eating steaks and chicken and shit, honestly, because I'm gonna still eat it. I'm not gonna stop eating it. So I just would ask that. Like I said, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So why can't I ask it? It's out there. It's in the ethers now. I hope other people put that shit out in the ethers too. Tell these motherfuckers start putting down our food humanely. And then, like I said, when you pray over your food, like I say, you just got to. I used to do it before, outside of just holding, just like on a placebo aspect. Like I'm thanking the food for about to giving me the nourishment, because it's savagery out here. I'm so sorry that I have to. This is what this world is. Like, I'm so sorry to this steak, this aspect of this. This may sound corny to some, but like this steak or this chicken, like you had to be slaughtered. Like I'm sorry, like bro, like we're all in this shit. Chickens, fishes, human, like bro, we're all being fucking sacrificed. The fucking energy harvest. This shit is madness fucking here. So I'm fucking damn if I'm gonna not feel shame to pray over my food. And thank this Pete, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how the fuck this shit was killed, but I'm gonna pray over that shit. God damn it, and thank it for nourishing me, and thank the chef, and hope the chef who did it, who messed around with it, like had some good juju in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Some good salt, good pepper, good herbs. That's all it is. It's not nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, this is the freestyle. We're wrapping up the end of this full moon energy. That was last night on February the 24th, 2024, Gregorian calendar. That was on a Saturday. It's full blast. It's still there now. It's still blasting now, but it's outside of the visible aspect. Like you gotta know the energies. So that's why we went to a part 3 to end it off with the. That's a number. That's a good number, baby. 3. As the siren goes off. Yeah, that's another siren went off. It's going off right now. It's real. Let's see if they go off. They going off. Ain't nobody in the house. Just let them bitches ring out. I'm gonna let them ring out. You hear them? Now they're off. Hey, you're hearing? We're live. We're live right now. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. I'm not fucking around. What, that was 7:34. It's 7:35 now. So those was ringing almost a whole minute. That was 7:34. What, 7, 8, 9? What did it say? 7, 3 and a 4. 3 and a 4 is 7. That's 7 and 7. That's what? That's 7 and 7. That's 14. That's a 5. 5, the perfect man. Here we are. Here we are. Allah, Ashe. Allah, Ashe. Islam, Islam, Islam. Perfect man. Here we are. That was that. That was the sirens. That was Allah. He does shit like that. He does stuff like that. Like I'm telling you, that shit happens. That shit happens. I'm about to roll up my doobie. Where my papers at? I'm about to roll up my doobie. This is part 3. This is the freestyle. I'm chilling. I don't have nothing written on this paper, but from what I wrote right here, that's just the way it is. I'm telling you. And then I seen confirmation today. I seen it. I have the confirmation. Like I said, I just have to I have to move a certain type of way, like I said. But when I came on here, like man, I've already seen it. Like that energy. I told you what was happening to me yesterday, but into today, I usually don't wake up with like songs in my head, and then I woke up, and then I was just it was changes. It was pop, but it wasn't his verses. It was that nigga singing. It was the nigga that was singing. It was like, yo, that shit was grooving. And I played the song one time, this and that, and then like I said, and then I'm going through the internet or whatever, and then I see some shit. I'm like, oh shit, this is. But then on some other shit, had some other shit, like my it was real. Motherfucker needed me to hear some shit that it lined up with that changes. It lined it up with the pop shit, because then this shit came up. I didn't know at first, but when this motherfucker I fuck with I was like, I've just been floating a little bit, just, I'm saying, it's been sensitive at that direction or whatever. So then goddamn that pop up, I see that or whatever, like boom, it pops up on my phone, and then my pepper falls off from my little pot over here. I said, whoa. Man, I gotta tap into that. So when I tap into that, I see what the fuck is going on. I say, wow. I say, you see this shit? This shit is real deal. It's going down in the spiritual realm right now. Like, niggas is getting confirmations. Certain shit has been violated. Certain shit, people have broken certain laws. But I'm understanding that some of this shit has been going on for a while. And there's certain angles or whatever. And that's why I said with this karmic aspect, it's what I've been seeing with me myself, is that certain people are going through, like, I've always been that in a certain weird way for people. When it comes to like, I'd be so loving and more kind. Like, I've done my little fuckery in the past and stuff like that. Like when I was coming up and certain stuff, but certain things that I did, it's just like it wasn't really me. Like it's like I didn't like that because I don't like that. So, but through my life, it was always like I had certain shit. See these sirens going off and get like these shits is crazy. What's the time on the clock? Like this is 7:38. Like what the fuck? Like real shit. It's nothing smelling. My siren isn't going off. I'm smoking a cigarette. My siren is not going off. If there's nobody burning food in there, I'm smelling. There's nothing going on in there. This shit's crazy. All right, Allah. Yeah, you okay? All right, no man. All right. I'm gonna let them shits ring out. I'm not messing with that. Why is that shit going off like that? That's why I say. All right, it just went off. Goodness gracious. Like I said, it's like I've seen it happen to people, to people, but it's like I be the karma. Like it be, I went through it, like people just did me wrong, but like fake me out, like in certain shit, and I showed so much love in certain shit, and I've seen certain shit happen. So now when I'm in this platform and it's at like this magnitude, to where certain things went on with loved ones and certain shit, motherfuckers goddamn putting my, like, real deal, stealing like real shit that's got connections to me and my daughter, and using these shits or even just like I said, the real deal like spells and certain shit that was put down. I'm talking about before, like what's being revealed now was before I got to this space. Within sharing information, what was going on before to keep me from this motherfucking space. But then when you double back, and then when I get on the space, now the shit's really fucking coming. Like really. And then motherfuckers trying to flip what I'm teaching and certain shit and then do it on me, which resonates them with certain things with, you know what I'm saying, baby? With certain shit, like, hold on, what the fuck is really going on? Like, niggas is really trying to, like, I really just don't know what niggas thought that, like, they was dealing with, because now it's on this certain level to where it's not a back to sender thing or whatever. Like, everything that you're doing is being transmuted. Everything that's being done is being transmuted to uplift humanity. And you, the ones who are doing the bad shit, and innocent people, along with nature and everything, is being uplifted because of a certain way that I'm transmuting it. And so I'm helping nature. I'm doing my best to fucking help nature because how it's fucking attacking us, because I'm a part of it and I'm a part of us as we are part of that. And so as I try to transmute this shit to uplift and shit, that's what's opening the gates why a lot of these entities and a lot of these death dealer shits that you're trying to do, with the shit that you're trying to do, that's why they're getting out of the way. And Allah is coming through with reckoning on some of you motherfuckers. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. When, at least in my corners of it, I'm not sure all that other shit that other people are dealing with and all of that, and exposing this and all of that, but all that in the woods, I know that's what's happening now. Allah is coming through, wreaking it on you niggas. It's because you're trying to use aspects of him that have a connection to him to bring some evil bullshit my motherfucking way. My motherfucking way. Honestly, like, you have no idea. Like I said, like, the gloves is off now. The gloves is off now. Like I said, we're in a whole new fucking paradigm. If niggas need straightening, niggas is gonna get straightened, because it's the game has changed now. Like, real babies and shit is at stake now. Niggas don't fuck with mine. You want to fuck with mine? Like, my kids, I'm trying to tell you, like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna go slowly for you. It's gonna happen slow. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen slow. I'm not playing it anymore. Like I said, I'm not playing anymore. I'm gonna be myself. People want to talk about this and all of that or whatever like that. Yeah, be the real me. I'm gonna be the real me now, cause I've been the real me. I've been the real me. But at the same time, now I'm really moving and grooving with my fucking energies. And a lot of this time and some of this stuff, when it's in the daytime, you get a certain daytime concept of me. But at night, when it's like this and the sun has went down, you feel the energy. You feel the energy. Some of you cannot probably tap in and say and know exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. And one of these days I'm gonna give it to you, and then you're gonna probably feel exactly what my ascendant sign is. You're gonna know what my fucking ascendant sign is. But some of them can feel it right now because this shit has gotten out of hand. It's gotten out of hand. It's gotten out of hand, and it needs straightening. And so niggas is gonna give it straightening from every directions. From all directions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, after a while, it has to be done. It has to be done because this shit is a whole nother generation at stake. This is a whole nother generation at stake that we as society cannot afford to give these up. You can't afford to give these children up. We're not going to give them up. I'm definitely not. I'm going to fight to the last breath for all of ours. And I hope you're fighting for yours and mine as well. Because when I say ours, that encompasses mine and y'all's. So we're going to do it because, like I said, we program our children. And we do this and we do that. And some of us aren't in the situation to have our kids at home with us. And stuff like that. And then to do that. But like I said, start to make the plan. If you get into that bread, start making plans, like I say, for a little bit of homeschooling. Fuck these people. Fuck these people. Dick Gregory told us. Like Dick Gregory, like I say, fuck people in that aspect. Like I say, everybody has hope and all of this shit. But when it's like I say, some people aren't going to stand down. Some people, some organizations, they're not going to fucking stand down. That's just the reality of it. The same way, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Some people might not like you. Like I said, a lot of people, that everybody gonna like you. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, some people is not gonna fucking stand down. So if they don't stand down, like I said, for the just one of the many or two of the many that, like I say, if you got it and pull your kids out of that shit, pull your shit out of that school shit, because all you got to do is know the right paperwork and certain shit to where it's like, hold on a second, I'm in control of this because this says I'm in control of this. Because you can't tell me that I have to. No, Dick Gregory said it. He said, bro, at a critical moment in time, we chose education over liberation. We chose education over liberation. We were supposed to be choosing liberation because when you're free, you can educate yourself how you want to be educated. But when we chose their education over liberation, that's what fucked it up. He said it before he transitioned. He'd been saying it for years. But he said it. He said it clear as motherfucking day. He said it. Why the fuck did we choose fucking education over liberation? Why the fuck did we do that? Mind control. Mind fucking control. The only way. The only way, or with some people, when some of that was at its infant stages, to the knowledge base of being written down, I guess from what certain people knew, what some people like to call Willie Lynch. That weak ass phrase. It's way beyond colors and house and Negro, or field nigga, and a house nigga type concept. It's way beyond that. It's way beyond that. This is psychological motherfucking warfare. What some would say, this is some of this is dark wizardry of some of the highest orders of dark wizardry that's being done to us, because that's the only thing that can contain us, because you can't kill us. So that's why I said these niggas have, boy, these people have fucking really, like I say, this is dark, real dark magic that is being done to the people. The way like I said, the way I have to transmute this shit before I get on, just because, I didn't even know. Like I said, niggas can, like I said, motherfuckers can really get down like that. Like people can really get down like that, especially when it's at this magnitude. Like for real, people don't know. Like I said, the certain shit, like for this liquor, what it's soaking in. And then, like, the owners, you got to know the owners of certain liquors and stuff and what they're doing. If they're invested in this and invested that and this and that. Like, people who, like I said, it takes so long for liquor and shit to, like, ferment or whatever it does. And, you know, wines and shit like that, bro. You have no idea what people can do to, like, the yeast and stuff, even with beer. Like, before it's taken in. Like, bro, some of these people have been turned. Some of these people have been turned. Like your liquor, that's why I said it in, I think either earlier in this one or part 2. Like I said, I'm gonna start making my own liquor, my own tonics. Like with certain herbs and shit that I use already in certain shit that you would call teas and stuff. I guess you gotta mix this or that into it, you know, to make it do this or that or whatever, and then it's like a liquor or whatever like that. I wanna start drinking that. Honestly. And then putting my positivity and my healing, like, concepts of my energy, supercharging those herbs with this positivity, transformation, healing, all of this into these herbs that will now go into this and that, and then now I make my own tonic. I hope you're catching this, to do it yourself as well. You don't gotta give up liquor and all of that shit. It's just remember, liquor and alcohol, it spells. Like it spells. Or no, what is it? Spirits. You're drinking spirits. So why not you control the spirits or the energies that are being put in the concoction that you are making to give yourself a buzz? Are the things that help invoke the spirit within us. That's why they're called spirits, that we drink them. Dead ass. No flex, no games. No games. This is the freestyle. This is part 3 of the here and after. Part 3 of the here and after.
live on Instagram. This will be put. I'll be putting this on my YouTube sometime tonight after I get done with this freestyle. Probably gonna get off in a few more minutes. Probably gonna wrap it up in a second. Goddamn, I gotta go start fixing my little dinner. I'm making damn tuna salad tonight with my garlic bread. Some motherfucking making some tuna salad. Basis tuna salad, baby. Finish rolling this joint. Oh yeah, man. Like I say, yeah, man. You fuck with tell your loved ones and shit that you fuck with them. Tell the people you fuck with that you fuck with them, man. Like I say, that's a start. That's a start. That's all it is. Just start. Just if you're doing it already, you're doing it already, and just keep it up. You see your life and how it changes and stuff when you pass on good inspiration or uplifting energy or whatever like that. I'm just confirming to you if you're already doing it that shit. Keep it going. Keep it going. Like I said, if you get led to this video or whatever, like I said, it's just a confirmation of that as well. You know what I'm saying? Just keep moving how you're moving with that. You know what I'm saying? Like spread positivity, but then also tell people in a more regular day-to-day regular person way of saying of what transmutation is. Tell somebody, hey bro, you going through bad stuff. Hey, step away, smoke your cigarette real quick. You straight? Hey bro, use that shit. Tell them, bro, use that shit, bro. You ain't gotta barking back and forth, bro. Use that shit, bro. Man, go in there and get you a cigarette, man. Walk back in the job, bro. Go ham at your station. Go ham at your station, bro. Go ham at earn your fucking meal. Earn your meal. Hey, bro, call your bitch real quick. You know what I'm saying? Tell her, hey, man, hey, do this and do that. I'm gonna send you some bread. I'm about to go in here and do this. I'm smashing tonight. You feel me? I'm fucking tonight. Like, tell this nigga, bro, bro, don't worry about no bullshit in here with these people or whatever. Like, that's transmutation, baby. That's transmutation. You telling your homeboy don't crash. You tell your homeboy don't crash. Don't crash. You know what I'm saying? Don't directly crash. Like, go and then don't try to do no indirect stuff or play games or whatever to where, somebody think you playing. Now this folds back this way. And then now you got a whole different situation that eventually is going to come back and this and that. Bro, transmute that shit. That's all it is. That's all it is. Or in some things, like we see it in other ways, is to where sometimes in the actual ways that we fall in life, to where they say rags to riches, or I turned a bad situation into a good situation, or certain shit was just a setback for a major comeback. These are all concepts of transmutation, because that's what we are as beings. It's just the way that it's been put in dialogue or certain works of writings of people to try to make it make sense to us. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Now I'm gonna start doing this more often. Where's my I gotta start putting certain books up because I told you I read from stuff. I read from stuff, but I also, like I say, it's a certain concept where what Allah has been talking to me and saying you need to start putting this out there more in every video, because this is a concept of it. And this isn't something to tell you to join the Moorish Science Temple. It's not about the temple. You don't have to, no, I'm not telling you to join the temple at all. I'm not telling you to become a Moor at all. None of that is that. I'm telling you, this is the Holy Quran, not the Quran with the Q, but this is different. As it goes off, Allah, speaking again, as he says it. This is screenshot this, because this is what's going down. I'm talking about in this. Come on now. Smoke a cigarette for this. Islam. Come on. Let me finish this up. Let me finish the video. was continuing to guide, bless, and protect me on all planes of existence, known and unknown. I should do so once again. I thank you in advance. That one might have been an attack because as soon as I started saying that prayer, that shit started going off. That's why I say that one might have been weird. I don't know. But it's the Holy Quran. That's Koran. And this one, like I say, within this, you find the Yeshua concept in here. Like, he's in here. It's in here. But it's a lot of these concepts of just, it's these things make sense. And then they correspond to the concept of what's going on, like, in the UCC concept. Like, when it comes to private and public. UCC is dealing with is a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of back and forth concepts that correspond with each other, but certain arenas are crossfiring, unnecessary crossfire, because of this nationality concept of it, which will figure itself out. It'll figure itself out, but really at this point, it's about like even in the concept of what I'm doing. But I know with the certain things that I've done and the way I've you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the way you put the pen down, that along with this and speaking how I'm speaking and what the internet is, this is, and every time I come onto this, it is its own declaration. But it's not just that, it's the way that I put the pen down with certain things that I was like, hold on, I was listening to something, but it wasn't even, certain things was put into perspective on this angle and on this angle. But then when I heard it on this angle, you see, Allah is messing around. Like, this is Allah. This is no fucking attack. This is Allah. This is fucking Allah. That's 3 times. Or almost the 4th fucking time. This is Allah. This is Allah. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to be with my words and stuff like that. I'm going to be cool with my words and stuff like that. But that's Allah. That's Allah. I'm telling you, that's Allah. Come on now, man. These sirens keep going the fuck off. Not my siren. Mine isn't going off. In my room. This is fucking Allah. So, like I said, yeah, it's a certain pen. Like, it's a certain thing that it's like, I realized this, but it was over here. I never would have figured that it was in this position. Like, okay, I'm learning, but then when I'm, like I said, like, I learn about the nationality thing, and I learn about the difference between what's in the temple and then the Moors that's on the ground that have left the temple. And then I learned that it's part of this debate is on that. If you know about the temples have been made into religious organizations, which kind of lines them up with the CO1C3. I believe that's the concept of a nonprofit organization, which now puts them in alignment with the company aspect of the USA, the concept or whatever they want to call themselves on the world market now, but it still filters back to people in the East, in Europe. That, along with the middlemans and then what you call the people who print notes and stuff like that. So, with that being said, they only focus on the private aspect, but then they don't let them teach the public aspect, which deals into when you actually, I can't remember what it's called, but when you tell your homeboy or your homegirl or somebody to get you something, it's like it's either a CPN or some shit or whatever like that gets you something or whatever, to where basically that's what niggas are trying to say. That's not illegal. There's like degrees of those things that can get you into as a private, to where, because as part of a corporation, not the land, but as a corporation, that you're a part of, that you have privileges in, that you call rights, but they're privileges. They're privileges.
And so once you start declaring certain shit, privileges are taken away. So when you have a social security number and shit like that, that's a privilege. But what they don't know, but what people don't know is that they got you by the balls, or they got you by the titties, or they got everybody by the fucking spine. Because once you do that, your shit, if you don't know how to move privately or how to know how to move with that as a consumer, as you don't know that you're a consumer. You're a consumer. That's why the cars, all of this shit with the finance, all of this shit, that's where that's coming from. It's a consumer because there is no money. There is no fucking money. There is no money. All it is credit to a certain extent, but that's now when it ties into this other angle. It's to where what's owed to us. And niggas are supposed to be living certain shit, and then certain shit and so many inventions like the light bulb and certain shit were stolen from us and all of this. And then that's why they have people, they mind fuck people and think that, oh, you got to leave it all alone and leave society when you go private and go live in the woods and certain stuff. If people who want to do that, go do that. But what it's saying is you're walking away from your fucking inventions. Like cars. Like, yes, you're going to walk away from cars. What are you talking about? What are people talking about? No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to fucking turn over your AC. You're not going to turn over your water heater, your water boiler that sends water through the fucking house and gives you warm water. You're not going back into baths, hot water where you got to boil that shit outside, in which I've done that in some apartments, by the way. Like I said, me and my baby mama used to get down in certain shit when shit got rough at a certain point. Goddamn, when she was in the shower, I was on the pots. I was on the pots boiling water and shit like that. When you got somebody going back and forth, like this shit, it's real. Like this pot is full of cold water, this pot is warm water, and then I got another one boiling. As soon as you mix that or with your rag and suds yourself up, and then boom, and then she's in the shower with it. Pouring, yes, and then another one's right there. Niggas just feeling clean getting up out that motherfucker. Nigga know how to bathe like that. I really do. But let me not digress. We're not giving up this shit. Niggas are not giving up this shit. Niggas can't trick us out of our shit. It's not happening like that. And it's not going to happen like that. Because even a lot of some of these inventions were people, like I said, like some people, you don't know how many, some of these stories have been flipped, man. Some of these people might have been real deal shamans that made some of this shit. Or who were tapping in like damn near shamans. Like I said, when you're us and you're on the ground or whatever like that, like I said, we don't live the lives of Buddhists and shit like that. We're not on the mountains and shit. Like we all have to go through the stress of society that we're in, this mind is trying to be hijacked and then try to make fucking giving shit and then turn it into gold. Shout out to Scarab. Basically, the fertilizer, the concept of what comes out of shit. Which damn near, and that's something that exists in this plane. End of creation. That is correction. Shit. What is shit turned into? Yo, people have to stop playing with this. It's not to some of this. You just have to go there with it. You got to start going there with it. You got to max out. You got to go, and then you'll see the max expands to the nigga. Like, damn, I thought this was the max. I thought this was the ceiling. Oh, god damn it. The ceiling just keeps fucking rising, and then crack. Boom. Cosmic, baby. It comes and it pulls. It doesn't stop, because then when it does that, then you get a realization that it's actually here and it's been expanding the fucking whole time. It's been expanding though. It's within. This shit is within. It is. It is. You know what I'm saying? It is. What we got on the clock? 8:04. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. That's 3, baby. 3, baby. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Divine number 369. 369. Let's get it. I'm going to keep going with the freestyle. Like I said, my meal is simple. Like I said, the tuna's already fixed. Tuna's already there. I just got to pop open the packs. I already got the mayonnaise and the mustard. It's like 6 minutes on my toast and shit like that. I'm already good. I'm already good. That's why I say I'll stick around and chill for a little bit. It's Sunday night. Sunday night. Yeah, we in this thing. We in this thing with the freestyle, baby. The freestyle. Let me see how much time I got left. Or know how much battery I got left. I think, I'm not sure how this shit works. I'm not sure how this shit works, or whether it's like a, like, I think like my first ever like live on here, like I think it went for like an hour or somewhere like that. But I'm not sure on this live shit whether it like expands. I gotta research that on YouTube. To where like, I think it's like the longer you go, I think it opens up your shit. Like it opens it up to where now you can just go, like it'll let you go. Like that's why I was like, I don't be worrying about YouTube and certain stuff like that no more. And then certain shit on my phone. If you ever got it on your phone to where like when I've been downloading shit, not apps, but certain shit I've maxed out to the point to where now this shit is coming up to where like, bro, you can't download another video. But on the way to that max out, it's like it was already maxing itself out to like maximum capacity, to where it'll tell me that my functions and certain stuff will start cutting off on my phone, but it's still just taking it, still just maxing out. So when I do this Instagram shit, it's like because it goes live, I think it forces my shit. But as long as it's on Instagram, then when I download it from Instagram onto my phone, because of the nature of it, I think it maxes my shit. But if I were to just try to record this video not live and just onto my phone, the gigabytes would reject it and it would cut the video off halfway or some shit and say I don't have enough. So that's why I just said I fucking go live. When I go live, it gets it all. And the more and more I guess the access of how long I can go on live happens, like it makes it right. So even with this one may go hours. I'm not even sure what my limit is on here, but if it does get to that next checkpoint of limit and I have something more to say, I'm just gonna, okay, it's the live is over, okay, shared or whatever, then I'm just gonna press live again. And then I'll just go again. Like I said, I'll just keep going. That's why I said this shit is way more, it makes more sense. It makes more sense. Which was making me leading back to another point that I was at. With dealing with road opener work, and then when you do that and then you love what job you're doing and certain stuff like that, all it does is make you supercharged. It helps you become a more sharper aspect of the machine, whatever you're putting into. That's why I say you got to stop hating on your bosses and stuff. You got to start taking down notes. If that's what you want to do, or you want to learn a concept, all businesses have certain things in common. All businesses have certain things in common based on commerce. Like I say, you shouldn't want the world to stop. People shouldn't want purging and all of that shit. That's bullshit. That's mind control. Certain people, you shouldn't want that. You shouldn't want that. And then a lot of people, like I said, people can be entertained by it or whatever, but it's like, outside of past entertainment, you got to look at yourself and are you disconnected? Are you disconnected? Which, once again, I always say it doesn't make you put you out of the game, but it you got to make some adjustments. So, yeah, but I think it's putting our brain back together, because the more and more you do the exercises or the psychic exercises, certain things that turn your shit up, that pulls in the things that, okay, when you're pulling, they're hitting off a certain thing. People talk about our hair as ether and all of this shit, the spirals and all of this stuff, and stuff that it pulls in. But then what about the microfibers and the certain shit that's within your ears and certain shit that pull, you know what I'm saying? That's, to me, that explains some of the actual, like, some of these invisible attacks, these machines that people send out here to mess up frequencies and certain stuff. Like, that's, or channels, or whatever you want to call it. That's like I said, when you do these exercises and get into these books, like I say, don't do it to fucking attack nobody. You shouldn't be fucking attacking nobody. That makes you no different from the ones who are blocking the fucking frequencies. Like I said, go in there for the exercises. Get you the Tai Chi breathing books. If you get into the do this and that, that's a concept of the cheese thing that I was telling you, and then how to mix it in certain stuff. How do you think these niggas punch through boards and shit? It's this, but then it's a concentration, right? But they're doing so many exercises and physical, but then mental as well. But like I say, that's what they do with their shit. What are we doing in the woods? In the woods, niggas is channel. Niggas is channel. Niggas doing magic and shit. Psychological, but warfare. What they call it, goddamn spells are being casted everywhere in this motherfucker. Real shit. Real shit, good and bad. I think that's gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I'm gonna put this back up again. You gotta get this holy Quran with the K. The K. Gotta give it a look. Smoke out of my eye. All right, here's where we go. We're gonna end it out here now. All right, to all the babies, to all the kids, to all the young adults, to all the adults, to all the elders, to all the ones who have transitioned, that all of us can continuously feel, and that one day we all will join. And to my highest self, to the all, I say Ashe, to the all, to my highest self, and to all the ones who have transitioned, that some can see and some cannot, but we all continuously feel, and to all of the elders, and to all of the adults, to all of the young adults, to all the kids, to all the babies, I say Ashe and I say love. One more time, back up, sending it out. Now I do. To all the babies, to all of the kids, to all of the young adults, to all of the adults, to all of the elders, to all the ones who have transitioned, that some can see and some cannot, but we all continuously feel, and we all will join one day. And to my highest self, and to the all, I say Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe, love, love, love. To my highest self, thank you, and to the all, thank you for continuing to guide me, bless me, and protect me on all dimensions known and known and unknown, as well as continuing to guide, bless, and protect me on all planes of existence known and unknown. I ask you to do so once again, and I thank you in advance. To my highest self and to the all, thank you for continuing to guide, bless, and protect all the viewers of this video on all dimensions known and unknown, as well as on all planes of existence known and unknown. I ask you to do so once again, and I thank you in advance. I thank you in advance. I thank you in advance. To the all, I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, y'all. We together with this. Y'all have a good night, man. Man, blesses. Peace and love and prosperity.